One way we inspect for any diseased chicken is that after serving the feed, you stand behind like this and you see whether any of the birds is lying on the lane where there's no chicken. You can see the backs are all facing the back side of the cage. So if you see any chicken, okay, you can see one of them moving around, but it's very active. Maybe probably she's finished eating and you see trying to climb. This is not a diseased chicken. So if you come to um the next lane, to the same way, this one is done eating and it's moving very active, so you don't have any fear. A diseased chicken will be lying there quietly, minding her business, even though the others are busily eating. Will be minding her business. That means it's diseased. And once you notice that, you go into the cage, bring out the diseased chicken, and look at the comb. The comb can tell you a lot about the chicken. The comb will look pale. A diseased chicken will not have a reddish comb. It will be very pale. If you compare her pale to the other chickens, you notice that the comb is pale. Yesterday, I noticed one where it wasn't after feed. It was in the afternoon. I passed by to check, and I noticed that chicken was lying there quietly. The rest were all up. The moment I entered the cage, the chicken greets me by standing, but she was not greeting. She was lying flat quietly. So I brought that chicken out, and I noticed that there was a cut on the neck and probably had lost some blood. And so the comb looked pale, and that chicken looked down. And you notice that the activity too had reduced. So I quickly prepared some medication. And remember, anytime you are treating chicken, please add glucose because they are unable to feed. Yes, once they become that weak like that, they are unable to feed. So you add glucose. Once you add glucose, it provides energy for this chicken, and add antibiotics if that particular disease involves the use of antibiotics. It was obviously a cut on the neck, so it will be bacterial contamination or infection of the wound. So what I had to do was to add antibiotics to the medication. And remember, I had to add an anti-stress because the infection or disease is a form of stress to the chicken. So I added anti-stress. I added pure antibiotics. No, it was antibiotic vitamin, and I added anti-stress to the medication. And I added one magic disinfectant. It's very very powerful. If you want to know the name of that disinfectant, please like, subscribe, and then put down a comment. Yes, and you know that antibiotic, that disinfectant. I give it to those chicken that I see that no, this is very diseased. I add that disinfectant to it. It's drinkable, yes. So I add it to it, and in fact, it works like magic. That's the chicken I was talking about, the diseased chicken. In fact, today you can see it's moving the head. Yesterday the head was not moved, it's moving. You can see he's trying to clean herself. Yes, trying to clean herself. It means this chicken is recovering. Yes, this chicken is recovering. And you notice the feed I put in yesterday, he did not eat. He did not eat his food. That small water inside the feed is the antibiotic. Yes, it's the medication. So I have mixed them. I've given her. I fed her before. You see, the rest have not been fed yet. I'm going to feed them right after here. I've given her her medication, her glucose with the other But I mix all the three: the antibiotics, vitamin, the anti-stress, the disinfectant, and then the antibiotic. And after when I'm done, I use the same disinfectant to clean the wound. So in fact, today if you look at the neck, it's not turning to the other side. You notice that in fact the neck is now it's moving. You can see it's moving. Yes, so that's the neck there. Now it's moving towards the light. Yes, yes, it's moving. It means it's very active. You see the other side is wet. I've put some the medication there. You see, it's now actively cleaning herself. Yesterday it wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like that at all. But today it's moving. I'm hoping that she'll be able to eat the feed today. Otherwise, I have the preparation here. I have the preparation here that I'm going to give it to her by spoon. It's moving now. You can see the wound. Yes, the wound. It's wet because I've put the disinfectant to clean. I've used the disinfectant to clean. Now you can look at the comb. Compare this comb to this comb. You notice that this is red than as compared to this. It looks pale here. Yes. It's paler here than here. But then, if I let me tell you that today it looks red, a bit red than yesterday. Yesterday was white. It was white, but today it looks a bit. It looks just pale. Yesterday was white. Yeah, it means it's getting better. You can see it's doing well. It looks a bit weak, trying to walk and a bit weak. Yes, now it's recovering. Yesterday it couldn't move at all. So guys, please subscribe. That's the rest of the chicken. They are waiting for their feet. Yes, all active. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. You see, when I left there, it's gone back to lying down quietly. Yes, but it's stronger than yesterday. Yesterday was minding her business, but today she's moving. So by tomorrow she's going to start feeding. I'm going to keep giving the medication. So I'm going to give it 4 times a day. So tomorrow, and I'm sure by tomorrow it will be very fine. It's not eating since yesterday. It's only the medication. So the glucose is doing the magic. The glucose is giving her energy to move about. So during treatment of chicken, please add glucose. It's very, very necessary. Add glucose to their medication, add anti-stress to it, because in fact, any form of this kind of stress makes them very weak. Yes. Please subscribe and bye bye.